of our viewers on Synergy TV, all of our viewers on the Caribbean Showtime Television in Canada. A very, very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower, and answer those unanswered questions. Directing this morning, Hisham Costello. On behalf of our team, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's Friday the 28th of July 2023. It is a day and time we'll never have the opportunity to ever have again in life. Don't procrastinate. Don't waste your time. Don't waste today. Let this day be the beginning of a new you, a new chapter. Making the choice to take control of your life, the situation in your life, and step forward with a new attitude, you know. So, of course, let's quickly go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo, and our quote says, "With a new day comes new strength and new thoughts." With a new day comes new strength and new thoughts. That came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. Remember to check them out for all of their daily deals. Make it a family affair. That's the White Tent opposite Medford gas station in Chagonas. Let's say a very good morning to the management and staff of OATS, Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited. 2 locations, number 78, LP 78 Monroe Road in Kunupe, opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459. That's 354-4459. 497-7226. 497-7226. Let's say Sitaram, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, Sairam, and a warm welcome to Master Eric.
Thank you, Zelisa. Also, Sitaram, Assalamu Alaikum, Sairam, and good morning, everyone. You know, traffic again, nice. It should be like this every day.
Because school is out.
You know, but Zelisa, you know, I've been seeing a lot of people the last 2 weeks. And I would like to hit a little bit on a couple subjects.
Sure.
Right? One is people are so much right now in emotional turmoil.
Yeah.
And a lot of things are adding to this. One, financial.
Yeah.
2, the marriages and a lot of families are not stable.
Yeah.
It's really, they're unstable and it's almost ready to fall apart. The next one, alcohol and weed. Now, I'm not telling people they shouldn't drink.
Right.
What I'm trying to say, you could have whatever you see fit if you're in control. If you do not lose your senses or alter your senses.
Correct.
Because this is becoming a big factor in families.
Yeah.
And it's mashing them up. The next thing, they always say, Zelisa, you could tell a person who they are by the friends they keep.
Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
There
Birds
they
of
are.
a feather flock together, you're correct.
And a lot of people are not being selective. They're just going with the flow.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of families right now I'm seeing where the wife and the kids, they're struggling with money, but the father, and sometimes it's the wife, but they are actually going out, spending the paycheck, gambling, or buying drinks for their friends. Now, there's a lot of responsibilities right here that's being shunned.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, this could only lead to disaster in a relationship or in a family, a marriage.
That's when people do not prioritize and put what is important first. Do you know, Master Eric, of course, you know, we're on the children on vacation for the summer vacation time. School will be reopening. A lot of children will be going into up their classes. Some are going to new schools and things like that. I'm wondering how many parents would have already filled the book list. But yet you have fathers who, like you just said it, and you're very correct because you see it firsthand. They're liming, they're drinking, they're prioritizing friends, they're gambling, they're not bothered.
You know, and then there's a lot of families that come where the father leaves on Friday
Yeah.
and don't come back till Sunday night.
That's like a culture here.
No, that needs to be busted.
Good.
Why? Because they are not understanding that the children are watching. And the children will could adopt that mentality because dad's doing it, so it should be okay. The way we speak in front of our children, the children are going to adopt this. And this is where we need to be conscious of what we say, what we do. And the next thing is, where is the responsibility of duties in a relationship? We're not seeing it the way it should. I said the other day, how many families right now, and all of you viewers watching, I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but where are the value, the ethics, the moral? So when I'm saying that, how many of you right now can say that you all sat together and eat together? You all sat together whatever day of the week or every night, it depends. And you all prayed together. Zelisa, it's almost non-existent.
Yeah.
Right? So when you let your family just scatter,
Yeah.
you're asking for trouble. I'm not saying be a control freak, but you actually set the standard. Because when, like, a person came the other day, and this person is very controlling of the daughters and the wife.
Okay.
They can't do nothing, Zelisa. They can't make a phone call without his approval. And he monitors their phone from his phone at work. So when he came to see me, all I said to him was, when your daughter gets married, do you want that man to treat your daughter that way? He started to look different.
Good point.
And he said, well, no. I said, then why are you doing it? Right now, you're turning your daughters off of even thinking of getting married. They don't want to go through this.
Or they could want to run so fast because they feel they're confined or they're cooped up and they just want freedom.
Go wild.
Exactly.
And this is where you have extremes of either direction that it could happen. So why don't we start living a balanced life? Now, there's nothing wrong, Zelisa. I always say that a man and wife need a little time to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
Right? If the wife wants to go out for a couple hours or whatever, with her friends, fine. Same with the man. But don't abuse it.
Nice.
And start having a collective family quality time. A lot of parents don't even talk to their kids about their day or school.
Now,
there's a lot of pressure in school these days.
You're really sharing some very important points and great information. And I think you're coming, apart from your knowledge and the experience and the fact that you're well educated and things like that, one of the things I observed, or I'm having this time with you one-on-one, conversations, is that your parents had a very great influence in your
Oh,
life.
most definitely.
You always talk about the morals and values and the things your father said and inculcated, and that also is what gave you that solid foundation to grow on and to become the man that you are today. So you think and you see beyond, apart from your knowledge. Knowledge is power, yes, but you see, you live that life.
See, I have to be honest, Zelisa. When I was young, I was naughty. I was always in trouble. But my parents would correct me.
Right.
My parents would set me straight. And I was young, dumb and stupid. But you don't realize the value your parents have as a child until you have children yourself.
You're so correct.
Now, the first time this happens, Zelisa, I'll be correcting the children. And I'll be like, oh my God, that's what my parents used to tell me. And now you're seeing the importance of spending quality time. But also, do not baby your children too much.
Yeah.
They have to be strong.
I agree.
They have to know how to cook, how to do their laundry, how to pick up behind themselves. Because if they get married, do you think that wife's going to do that? No way.
Very true. And that's a lot
You
of, because of those things that we may think are simple things, a lot of marriages have problems because of that, you know. Not because each other's, they're so different in ways. Instead of cleaning up and cooking and wash, you know what I mean? Then it's not bothered about it.
Well, a lot of women, when they come in, the main complaint that they have is that they said, my husband didn't want a wife, he wants a maid. Now that's a strong statement.
It is, actually.
Because that means there's not appreciation.
Correct.
In what she is doing. And this works both ways.
Agree.
But you have to appreciate what the mother or the wife does every day. Even though you're out to work, you still get to line. You can still get to laugh and joke. You still got to do X, Y, Z. You get out of that environment. But she don't.
Correct.
She is there every day, making sure you got food on the table, your kids are going to school, they got their clothes clean, make sure they got everything set out. There is so much work that they do, and I'm seeing it, Zelisa. It's taken for granted.
Yeah.
And then I ask couples, and my wife always loves to say this. She'll look at the wife and say, well, when he's watching TV, do you ever just walk up behind him real quick and bust a kiss on him?
Yeah.
And they say, no.
Yeah.
There's no spontaneous reaction.
No affection.
No. And this is what kills a marriage.
Yeah.
There has to be, and when I talk with people and they're ready to get divorced, I'll look at them and say, why did you want to get married in the first place?
Ah.
Was there a spark?
You took them back to that time.
And
Yeah.
where did the spark go?
Where it began.
And this is how we start progressing back. And they reunite.
Yeah.
But people are lost in life itself.
Yeah.
And that's because of how society is designed. Society is designed and programmed to make you wake up, make you get to work on time, make this, and throw all your 100% into that work, which is good to a certain extent, but you have to balance your family too.
Agree.
And, you know, you could have your work, but then you may lose your family.
True. Very true.
The next thing is everybody has their own mind, their way of thinking. And parents are not seeing that their children have their own way of thinking too.
Correct.
They do not respect that. Zelisa, you know how many children are not children, I would say about 18 to 22.
Young adults.
They're coming into college. They're wanting to go to college.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out what career.
Yeah.
Where do they want their life to go? The parents are telling them, no, you're going to do X, Y, Z.
They want their kids to live their dreams, what they've wanted for themselves. We need to just take a quick break. Let's go to these important messages. Again, our program coming to us with the kind compliments of Oates Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, with locations LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupare and opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459, that's 354-4459, or 497-7226, 497-7226. Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us.
Welcome to Oates Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, the future of healthcare, which provides full body scans, which we detect and treat cancer, tumors, all heart conditions, cysts, fibroids, dementia, Parkinson's, just to name a few. No radiation and medication is not needed. If you are tired of getting no results, call us at 354-4459 or 356-7226.
Due to the high volume of calls and requests, Fab India Expo has been extended until August 1st. Just a few more days remaining. Get all that you need under one roof. Ethnic Indian wear, furniture, footwear, jewelry, musical instruments, home decor, kitchenware and many more. Authentic Indian food court, spa and much more. Fab India Expo, your one-stop shop located opposite Medford Gas Station, Chaguanas. Now closing on August 1st. We're open daily, including weekends and holidays, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Fab India Expo. Check us out today.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. To all of our viewers on Synergy TV and the Caribbean Showtime Television in Canada, thank you so much for choosing us. Our program today coming to us with the kind compliments of Oates, that is Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, and its treatments, alternative treatments that could really help you to understand what's going on with your health, but more importantly, once you find out what's happening, the solution is there in terms of healing, moving forward and getting ultimate health. Alright, now they're located LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupare and opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. So whether you need to get that health scan and be on your way to healthier, happier you, or you need spiritual help, or you need counseling or advice, then you can call 354-4459. That's 354-4459, 497-7226. Those are numbers again. Store it in your phone, write it down. Master Eric, make that call. 354-4459, 497-7226. Welcome back, Master Eric. You know, you left us with a great point that you were raising there with regards to identity, with regards to wanting your own personal dreams and aspirations to take place. However, parents tend to smother and try to influence in a different way, wanting what their dreams were or should be they think they're child. So if you wanted to be a doctor and you didn't become, you must become one too. Or if I'm an attorney, you need to become one too.
And that may not even be in the psyche of that individual.
You're correct.
And this is where you're going to start see attempts of suicide and things happen, because when they come in to see me, I'll talk to them without the parents. And they open up, Zelisa. They open up.
You know,
And they just sit there and cry. I'm talking boys and girls.
you know what I love, and I've recognized with you over the years, is that I admire the fact that you don't limit yourself to clients with certain age groups. I see that from the very youngest to the oldest, young at heart, they come and they have the opportunity then to relate, to open up, to talk about their deep feelings and what's holding them. And do you know, a lot of people just need that? They just need somebody to listen to them and advise them accordingly.
Well, look at society today, Zelisa. Who does people really have to talk to?
Correct?
The husband or the wife or the father or the mother. They're too busy to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And how many times have you heard a mother, and sometimes the mothers, when they bring their teenagers in, they hear me talking to them, and they'll say, but I tell them the same thing. I want people to understand sometimes your children, they'll hear you, but they're going to dismiss it because they hear you all the time. But when you have an outsider that they kind of look up to,
Correct.
they're going to listen.
You're correct.
And they start opening up. Why? Because when you learn not to talk at someone and talk with someone, there's a huge difference. The next thing that young people look at, they're afraid to open up. Why? They're afraid they're being judged. They're going to be judged.
Mm-hmm.
And most people do judge people by what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
One thing they feel with me, I'm not there to judge. I'm there to help.
Nice.
There's a big difference, and you have to earn that trust
Yeah.
of the individual. So now, let's talk a little bit to identity. And I'm not bashing no one. I'm not against it. I'm just saying there's going to be dire consequences on what's happening around the world, Zelisa. One, I think there's going to be so many lawsuits going all over the world right now. The lawyers are going to be so happy.
Yeah.
Because how can educational institutions convince your child to have a sex change without the parents,
Wow.
without the parents' permission? Or the parents don't even have a clue on what's going on. And they're having that child start to take different hormones and everything else to prep the body. Parents don't have a clue, right? And now the parents cannot tell the child. The child has the right now to identify to anything they want to be. All I'm saying, when you alter the natural body that God gave you, Zelisa, you can change a part of the body. Any medical person can do that once it's proven. They haven't even proved that yet.
Yeah.
Okay, that they would be able to have babies or anything like that.
Yeah.
Now, what they're not looking at is the genetic and chromosome structures within the body. So when the hormones, how does people act, especially, and I'm not bashing you guys, but females, when they have babies, your hormones come out of sync. And sometimes that creates a little mood, but that's natural because you are now, you have the baby's also altering your body, right? Now picture that and times it by 200%. When you're trying to inject female hormones in a male,
Listen to what he's saying.
and they haven't even studied the long-term effect
So much
on
psychological.
what this is going to do to a child. Now, a lot of people say, oh God, Master Eric, you're always talking against things. Let me tell you something. If somebody don't stand up, then who will? What's going to change? I made a statement the other day. Where are the religious leaders in this world? They got their head in a hole like an ostrich. Then you might as well find another occupation. Why? You're a coward. You need to stand up for what God made. If God wanted people like that, He would have made them born like that. There's nothing wrong with what a person wants to choose. But yesterday, in high big government meetings,
Yeah,
the children who did this
yeah.
is crying and pleading, don't do this no more. They can't reverse it. They wanted to go back.
Oh my God.
Now, there's going to be a lot of suicidal cases. Why? There wasn't studies in the mental alteration that's going to happen with the chromones and all the hormone effects of the body. And I think it's sad, Zelisa.
Yeah.
Why are certain people trying to push this so hard? There's a bigger agenda.
Yeah.
And the more time goes, the more it's going to be revealed.
It's scary
So
though.
then we have that to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, now, when you go on a trip, Zelisa, you can't call a man, and you can't call a woman. It's they. Well, I married a woman, and I will always stand up and say she's a beautiful woman. I'm not going to call her they. You know, when a baby's born, there's no identification now. It's wait till the baby and they'll say what he's
Yeah.
going to be.
Yeah.
What are we doing? You know, children are confused enough
It's very confusing.
in
It's very
school
frightening as well.
besides going through this. So that I just wanted to mention that. I'm not going to beat a dead
But
horse.
may I ask this question? You brought up the topic, and because you see the need to talk about it, to be open about it, not to shove it under the carpet or put it in the back burner. It's
Well, I'm not a
important.
coward.
That's it.
Or a
you
hypocrite.
you have the strength to come forward and say X, Y, Z. But let me ask you, I'm sure that there are parents out there right now looking at this show, and they can identify with what you're saying, because right now they are struggling as parents in terms of the identity of their child. You know, you get pregnant, you anticipate, you wait for the gender, you prepare whether it's a girl or boy. And now with technology, you know if it's a girl or boy. You go out there, you shop for a daughter or a son because you know that's what you're expecting. And then this child is born, and then as this child blossoms, you have an identity problem. It's also very scary for the parents, because you know you gave birth to a boy or a girl, and then somewhere down the line, you're thinking, as parents, I was saying this very recent to a good friend, you know, as parents, you know, you always think about the day that they go to school, you think about when they get married, you think about children, you think about grandchildren, your family extending. It's very confusing for a parent who would have given birth to a particular gender and then have to struggle and deal with the fact that this child no longer wants to be this gender. The fact that, am I going to accept this child marrying same sex? Am I going, you follow, these are questions that are real. And the reason because you brought it up, and the reason I'm asking is, if there are people out there right now in that situation, and they don't know how to deal, and they don't know how to cope, and they don't know, can you then counsel? Can you
Yes.
sit with the family and help them in dealing and coping and finding a solution for this problem?
No, they can come in because, as you know, I'm pretty well versed in this stuff.
I know.
And first of all, you got to get to the root of it.
Yeah,
Every person is different.
right.
Now, some are making excuses.
Okay.
So I just saw the other day where they're claiming in Washington, in front of Senate, that they were born with two souls.
Oh my.
Now, I want to educate everybody on TV, radio, internet. That is an incorrect statement. It could never happen.
Hold that thought, hold that point.
Okay.
Let's take this because this is important. Do continue to stay with us. Let's go to these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation with Master Eric. It's a deep conversation today, but very real, and it's one that should be happening. Coming to us with the kind compliments of Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited. 2 locations, LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupere, opposite Palmies Park in San Fernando. So now if you feel you need counseling, you need that intervention, that one-on-one to help you deal, cope, and get to the root of the problem, then call 354-4459. That's 354-4459 497-7226. 497-7226. Let's go to these messages.
Therapeutic treatments and tutoring by Nandi, certified occupational massage therapist and reflexologist, specialized in all types of therapeutic treatments like massages, reflexology, medicopping, detoxification, sinus drainage, body analysis scans, supplements and much more. Call or WhatsApp today at 320-7256 or 323-2060. Visit Agri Savers Limited, number 19 Orange Grove Trace, St. Augustine, for all your agriculture, livestock, pet, agri-equipment, hydroponics, cannabis, fishing tackle supplies and much more. Open Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Contact 473-6074, 663-1094. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety of porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Spain, Italy, Brazil, India and China. Tile Expression Limited, conveniently located Monroe Road, Cunupere. Telephone 693-0015 or 223-TILE.
Charan's Bookstore for all your school books, stationery items, uniforms, shoes, board games, toys, and much more. Visit them at any of their 3 branches located at 24 Eastern Main Road, Quezay, San Juan. Telephone number 675-9024 or 675-3607. 53 Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, 663-1884, 663-1476, or 645-3878. Trin City Mall, Trin City. Contact them at 640-3155.
Calm down.
Check out Charan's Bookstore.
Welcome back. Conversations with Zelisa in conversation with Master Eric, coming to us with the kind compliments of Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited. 2 locations, LP 78 Monroe Road in Cunupere and opposite Palmies Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459. That's 354-4459, 497-7226. 497-7226. Master Eric, welcome back. You are on fire today. In terms of, before we took that break, you spoke about people are now saying two souls? They're born with two souls. Can you give us some clarity?
Well, I still haven't figured out exactly what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
I think what they're trying to say, they were born in this body, but with the soul, but then the other significant soul came in too. That cannot happen. Now, what I want everybody to understand, people can have their own choice. They can do what they feel they need to do, but don't drag God into this mess. I'm going to stick up for him. I don't care if somebody shoots me tomorrow. I'm going to stick up for the last breath I've got. The soul, if you really understand and you really know about the soul and you've done massive research, the soul is gender neutral. Okay?
The soul is?
Gender neutral.
Okay.
It is not female or male.
Oh,
Okay? It is a particle of God.
okay.
What? Now, where people get confused, when the soul goes into the fetus, it is now residing either in the male or female body. That's what it's coming with, right?
Okay.
But it is always neutral from you. Otherwise, why would all the books in the world say it's so important to connect with your soul? It is a separate entity within you. Now, when you connect with your soul, none of this would be in your psyche. Because trying to be someone that you're not has no relevance. You need to be who you were meant to be. And this is where people get confused. I would love to go to Washington and talk in the Senate, because I think they need to be re-educated in how God has structured the universe, how God has structured nature, right? We are defying nature, Zelisa. Okay? And in history, every time you see that man has interfered with the nature process, there's been a disaster. And this is what people need to try to prevent.
Yeah.
Now, when we start looking at life, what makes people do things? What causes anxiety? What causes fear? What causes, nervousness? What causes you to worry? Why do people get stressed? All this falls in line with what we've talked about today. It is because of one thing. It's fear itself. Fear itself drives all these different conditions in your body. And then fear, that feeling, is going to start controlling your mind. It's going to start to create phobias. It's going to start to create and make an isolated person of yourself, to where you feel like you can't please anyone. That why should you even live? I had one tell me that not long ago. And I looked at that and I looked at them and I said, let me tell you something. Don't you ever say that again. You're special. You were born for a reason. You just need somebody to show you what your purpose is in life. Zelisa, the communication within the family structure is almost non-existent.
Why is it so broken, Master? Why?
Society has made it and curtailed and shaped the younger generations now, older generations did it too. They're afraid to say something or correct something because it might start a fight or you might hurt the person's feelings. And again, if you learn to talk with someone and not at someone, there's a good chance there's going to be some listening and some dialogue back and forth. Everything is about communication for a happy marriage, a successful child.
True.
Learning what's going on with the child every day when they come back from school. How are you going to know if they're being bullied?
Correct.
There's a lot of things going on, people,
Very
and
good.
you're not even aware. But guess what? On social media, everybody is aware of what your child's doing,
Yeah.
and you're not.
Yeah.
You know, all I'm saying, isn't it time? And maybe I'm a dinosaur,
No.
but isn't it time that we should go back and say, you know what? Dinner time, even today, Zelisa, when the family comes together,
Yeah.
the kids,
Yeah.
my wife will tell them, no phone at the table.
Yeah.
It's time that we discuss
Yeah.
how's everything going.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everybody's glued to that phone in their own world.
But she, I mean, she also has, I think, the gift and the art of really making people feel wanted and happy in any space.
People love her.
She knows to be the light. She knows to be the energy that would take you to a different realm in terms of enjoying yourself. You know, you're having a little family gathering. You know, she would put you into that comfort zone of feeling the different. You know what I mean? That you don't want to be. Your head cannot in any way be locked down to a phone.
But
So,
the next thing, though, Zelisa, and you know my wife, but if something bothered her of what you've done,
yeah.
she will tell you.
Yeah. That's one
And-
thing we have in common.
But not in a bad way.
No.
And it's a way to discuss and work things out.
Yeah.
But we're missing that in society. Okay? Now, the next thing that is really crippling countries right now is the segregation and racial
Oh boy.
within the governments, especially during elections.
Right here in Trinidad. We don't have to run far. It's right here.
You know, these politicians don't even know the sins they're actually committing.
Unfortunate. So unfortunate.
Number two, it's making them look not smart.
No, you're correct.
Why go out and keep bashing people and starting backing out? You know why people like backing out? They like it. It's like a magnet. People love to be drawn to that. But why don't they just go out there and say, okay, they're doing that. Forget that. This is what I'm going to do. And show proof on what you're going to do. Don't talk false witness on your opponents.
Yeah.
Because they always say, when you make dirty, unclean money, you can never keep that money.
I've heard that.
But if you earn it proper,
You work hard for it.
it will last.
You sweat and work hard
So
for
this is why you're seeing people change all the time. Because it's not being done proper. Okay, so we've covered a lot of grounds
Yeah.
all over. But what I want people to know, another thing that I saw was a big problem. People can't let go. They can't let go of things that happened God knows how many years ago.
Yeah, they're
You're holding on
boy.
to something
Bad baggage.
that does not exist. And when you look at it from an outsider to the people's problem, it don't make sense.
Yeah.
And then why are we going to wait until it's time for us to leave this place to try to make amends?
Great point. We're going to go to a quick break. Our program coming to us with the kind compliments of Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, 2 locations, one at LP 78 Monroe Road in Kunupe and the other opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459. That's 354-4459. 497-7226, 497-7226. So for your health concerns, your spiritual problems, your social problems, you know, you can call and have that intervention and make, you know, something that is a problem, learning to cope, deal, and change it so that, you know, your life is so much at peace. Let's go to these messages.
Welcome to OATS, Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, the future of healthcare, which provides full body scans, which we detect and treat cancer, tumors, all heart conditions, cysts, fibroids, dementia, Parkinson's, just to name a few. No radiation and medication is not needed. If you are tired of getting no results, call us at 354-4459 or 356-7226.
Due to the high volume of calls and requests, Fab India Expo has been extended until August 1st. Just a few more days remaining. Get all that you need under one roof. Ethnic Indian wear, furniture, footwear, jewelry, musical instruments, home decor, kitchenware and many more. Authentic Indian food court, spa and much more. Fab India Expo, your one-stop shop located opposite Medford Gas Station, Chaguanas. Now closing on August 1st. We're open daily, including weekends and holidays, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Fab India Expo. Check us out today.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Passage to Asia, the award-winning restaurant and banquet suite located in the heart of Chaguanas, the best fusion food restaurant in Trinidad and Tobago. From the second you enter to the moment you leave, you will be treated like royalty. Come dine in luxury and enjoy the finest combination of Asian cuisine prepared by skilled and qualified chefs at Passage to Asia. The experience is truly unforgettable. Perfect for families, couples, and large groups. Passage to Asia, located at St. Ives Street, Chaguanas. Contact 672-2701. Also, visit us on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh boy, welcome back. Conversations with Zelisa, in conversation with Master Eric. Program coming to us with the kind compliments: Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, LP 78 Mono Road in Cunupé, opposite Palmies Park in San Fernando. Telephone contact numbers are 354-4459, that's 354-4459, 497-7226, 497-7226. Master Eric, welcome back. You're on a roll.
Well, it's not that I want to be on a roll.
No, but the information,
somebody has to speak up.
Yes, and that's why I'm saying you're on a roll, because the information that you're sharing, it's real, it's reality, and people don't want to accept it or talk about it.
Well, and I'm going to give you a teaser, because we're going to come on the show. We're going to rock the world. Why? I'm going to give you a teaser. Do you know why a lot of the spiritual institutions of every faith isn't speaking up? A lot of them were told if they don't comply, the funding will be pulled from them. Since when does money dictate what your belief does? See, this is where I say they're cowards. they might as well put their head in the sand because you got to stand up for what's right.
You can't buy miracles, Master Eric.
No. So today, people, I'm not here to bash.
No.
But my wife really asked me, Zelisa. She didn't know I was going to do it today. She's probably surprised. She said, is there a way to talk about these things
Yeah.
without causing too much of a big problem?
Yeah.
I said, I'll find a way.
Yeah. You found it.
And you got to word it in such a way. But the awareness, so all I have to ask everybody here, even in Canada, I know they're watching too, do you want this to happen where you live? To where you have no say in what your children do in school? Do you want people to be able to do this to your children without your approval? See, this is what, you know why people don't really say nothing, Zelisa? It hasn't hit their backyard yet. They wait till it actually happens to them. Then it's too late. You're letting it go, and it's going to spread. So it's time that people need to unite. I said on another program, do you know what would happen, Zelisa? I would love to see this. I would love to see it. If all the Muslims in the world, over 1 billion, Hindus, 2 billion, Christians, over 1 billion, and all these faiths come together, stand as one, and tell every government institution in the world, this has to stop now. They would have to conform to what they are saying. But here's the thing, they make sure that these spiritual entities will not unite. They make sure that there's going to be racism installed.
They just want
enough
division.
so they can control.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to say this Sunday is the first class of the spiritual to help people uplift their spiritual gifts. The class is full. If you want, I'll be starting another class in 2 weeks. And we're going to rotate classes. So if you want to go in, I still have enough probably to do another class, but call in and put your name on the list because it's only going to benefit you. And then if you understand your gift, then you might understand maybe what your purpose is in life.
That is so true.
And this is what it's all about. The more help we get out here, Zelisa, the better off the world's going to be.
You know, you said that from day one.
Yeah.
You've always extended an invitation for people to join, for people to be able to be part, identify their strengths and make a difference rather than sit in denial but make a difference. And from day one you've been extending that up. And I think now with these classes that you're having, especially this one on starting on Sunday, you know, helping people with gifts or special abilities to identify and to help them allow it to blossom. Because I've seen you take on young people in particular. From I've seen that. I've witnessed that from one point of their life where they were, and to have grown in a magnitude, in a magnificent way. And that is humbling to see.
I give all the credit to God. He finds ways to get people where they need to go. And he finds ways to get to the people they need to talk to. I'm not saying I'm just that person. It could be many people. But why don't people have faith in God? This is where we're losing it too. I'm not preaching people. I'm just telling you what are the little secrets that makes you successful in life. One, have good friends. Two, listen to older people. They have the wisdom. They have the knowledge. Have the drive. Don't be lazy. And stand up for what's right for you. You can't expect other people to be you. Please tune in 6 p.m. Sunday on Sankhya TV. It's going to be a rocker of a show also. But Zelisa, you know, I really enjoy doing these shows with you. We are making a little dent
A little.
in
He's so humble.
how people are starting to think. More people are being aware of maybe there's some things they could change
Yeah.
and start to be better people also for others. And this is what it's all about, one at a time,
Yeah.
you know, and start changing.
You know, today's show really touched on a couple of different topics. One of the things that you spoke about, and I think it's extremely important because what it can do is save families. And when we have good, happy families, we have good communities, and then a better Trinidad and Tobago and a better world by extension, because we send our children out into the world. And one of the things you touched on with regards to family and friends is that please, you know, be careful of whom you choose as your friends that you bring into your space, into your lives, not just yours, but the lives of your family, your children. Be mindful of that. Make conscious decisions.
Yeah.
Show me your friends. Are your friends going to take you and leave you? Are they going to be there for you in your dark moments and lift you, hold your hand when you really need, or tell you the truth? Or are they going to pull you away and destroy your family? That's what they do. Because in those moments that you are pulled away, you're liming, you're drinking, you're gambling, you're spending away, wasting time, your family's sitting there where you could be spending quality time with your family. You out and about doing whatever you choose. So it's either you choose to live a single life or family, or a life that say, I'm going to be a person that will live for my family, to ensure that God gave me a wife and children or a husband and children, and I need to be the best that I can to make a difference in their lives, rather than destroy it. You know what I mean? And because you see it firsthand.
See,
These women come and they cry to you. These children come and they cry to you. Why? Because they're hurting, they're broken, and they're reaching out because you know what? They see you on television, or they hear you on radio, or they see you on the podcast, and they are saying yes because everything you are saying relates to them directly. So they will communicate with you, and they will seek help from you.
see, it's sad. It's sometimes when you watch them children when they come in Zelisa, and you know me, I'm tough as nails, but sometimes what those kids are going through, it puts tears into your eyes.
Master Eric,
You know,
the way you, well, yes, I sit and I do the conversation, but I would have had many times that I spent with you in a family environment with your wife. So I see it one-on-one, firsthand.
Right.
So you don't just talk it to the world, but you live it. And the way you would talk about your wife, or the way you would treat your wife, there are people who would live a lifetime, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and would have never had that courtesy and respect and love and admiration from their husband or wife. Do you know that? That is reality. So you are teaching people.
But it's not
Your
too late to
health-
start.
It's not too late. Correct.
and you know, this is where both male and female, because it happens on both sides. It's never too late to start and find out and remember, where did the spark go?
Nice.
Where did the love go? Most people now is just doing their daily routine like robots.
You said it, you know, like robots. We've got to
Yeah.
wrap things up.
Okay.
I really want to thank you for sharing not just your experiences, but, you know, your life, and helping all of us to make better decisions and better choices, to be aware of things now. You
We
know?
try.
Thank you so much to you and your team. God's Choices Blessings. I look forward to joining you next week. Reminding you again to the management and staff of Optimal Alternative Treatment Solutions Limited, LP 78 Mono Road in Kunupe and opposite Palmis Park in San Fernando. Telephone 354-4459. That's 354-4459. 4977226. 4977226. Make that call. Be the new and improve you, and of course enhance your family life as well. Here's reminding you that with God all things are possible. Be kind, be good, be courteous. Have yourselves a great weekend. Be safe. Respect the law of the land. Thanks again for choosing us, and you know, just be blessed. I am Zelisa Budu Singh Rupani. Thanks again.